The journey of life is fundamentally about discovering who we are and the unique path we are meant to walk. Yet, in the noise and complexity of modern existence, that sense of purpose can become clouded, leaving us feeling adrift, working jobs that don't fulfill us, and engaging in relationships only superficially. This feeling of sleepwalking through our days is a signal that we have lost connection with our authentic selves. The central aim of this work is to offer guidance for those seeking to rediscover their direction and move toward a more fulfilling and truthful life. It is for anyone who feels like a ship without a rudder, or whose rudder is steering them off course. By exploring concepts like life's quiet whispers, the necessity of fear, and the true meaning of success, we can chart a clearer course forward. Every person is born with a distinct purpose, a calling that represents their essential reason for being here. Uncovering this calling begins with paying deep attention to the seeds of identity already planted within us. These seeds are our innate passions, curiosities, and talents. For some, they are obvious from a young age, requiring only nurturing to blossom into a life's work. For others, they remain hidden, waiting to be discovered through experience and reflection. Our lives are not static. Every choice, success, and failure presents an opportunity to uncover and water another seed. The key is to live with full awareness, listening intently to our inner voice. Authenticity is the soil in which these seeds grow. When we make decisions that align with our true selves, rather than external expectations, we create the conditions for our purpose to reveal itself and flourish. Life consistently communicates with us, not through shouts, but through gentle whispers. These are the subtle clues and intuitive nudges that guide us toward our right path. They can be internal, like a gut feeling, a persistent thought, or a sense of unease. They can also be external, manifesting as seemingly chance events, closed doors, or new opportunities that force us in a different direction. Ignoring these whispers often leads to consequences. When we dismiss our inner warnings, like feelings of exhaustion, anxiety, or discontent, they tend to grow louder, sometimes escalating into physical symptoms or life crises that demand our attention. Learning to heed these quiet signals requires a practice of deep listening and self-honesty. It means being attuned to the changing winds of our lives and having the courage to adjust our sails accordingly, trusting that these whispers are not random, but a part of a larger navigation system for our soul. A critical insight on the path to purpose is understanding the role of fear. Fear is not a sign that we are on the wrong track. Rather, it is an intrinsic and natural part of pursuing anything truly meaningful. Significant dreams and callings inherently generate a shadow of resistance. The scale of the fear often corresponds directly to the importance of the undertaking for our personal growth. This resistance can manifest as self-doubt, procrastination, or anxiety, especially when we compare ourselves to others or feel inadequate to the task. The key is not to wait for the fear to disappear, but to recognize it as a companion on the journey. By acknowledging fear as a spiritual law of motion, an equal and opposite reaction to stepping into our power, we can move forward despite it. The breakthrough comes when we stop trying to imitate others and commit to realizing our dreams as our authentic selves. Achieving our goals requires more than just effort. It demands entering a state of flow. This is that focused, timeless zone where we are fully immersed in an activity aligned with our purpose. Finding this flow is only possible once we have clarity about our direction. That clarity generates a positive momentum. However, flow also requires wholehearted intention, an unshakable, pure commitment to the goal itself, beyond ego or external validation. When intention is diluted by doubt or the opinions of naysayers, we risk faltering at the final hurdle. A pure, service-oriented intention acts as a compass, guiding actions and decisions with a steady hand, making daunting tasks feel more manageable and aligned. It is this combination of clear direction and committed intention that allows us to move through challenges with grace and determination, turning grand visions into tangible reality. Ultimately, a life of purpose is deeply connected to service. In a world that often prioritizes individual achievement, true fulfillment is found in shifting our focus outward. This does not only mean grand philanthropic acts, but a methodical, moment-to-moment commitment to being of benefit to others. It is a compassionate approach to daily interactions. The most valuable service is often non-material, offering a listening ear, a word of encouragement, or a moment of genuine presence. This mindset transforms our relationship with the world. We begin to see that every encounter is an opportunity to contribute, and in doing so, we enrich our own journey. Living a life of service roots our purpose in something larger than ourselves, creating a legacy of connection and kindness. The truest measure of success is not wealth, fame, or status, but the degree to which we live out the truth of who we are. It is the courage to honor our unique calling, to listen to our inner whispers, to move through fear, to act with pure intention, and to extend ourselves in service. This is the path made clear, not a predetermined route free of obstacles, but an illuminated way of walking through life with awareness, authenticity, and an open heart. It is a journey back to the self, and in doing so, a deeper connection to the world and our place within it.